The old legend day is gonna end in 2 minutes, so now let's check our ranking. And as you can see, we are still hitting the rank 1 with 5,321 trophies. What's even more is that today we are still hitting 320. We have already got 2 perfect days, that means 16 triples in a row. It's pretty impressive, especially for a Th17 player in the legend. So now let's dive into the video and see how to get a easy perfect day with this new Dragon Rider Army. So first, let's find some good value for the giant arrow and the rocket backpack. And of course, one, you can choose to giant arrow from 6 o'clock to 12 o'clock. There are so many things on the line. And second, you can try your giant arrow from 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock. There are also a tons of value right there. But since we only have 2 earthquakes, so there's no way to quake on the defense tower and the monolith at the same time. So that's why we didn't choose the 12 o'clock and to 3 o'clock giant arrow. We choose from 3 o'clock to 9 o'clock giant arrow, and see what we are doing right now. We are using the siege barrier. We didn't use the queen right away. Why? That's because you see the walls, the motor is inside the deeper in the walls. If you use the queen giant arrow right away, sometimes the giant arrow will go to the wrong direction because it's inside the walls. Sometimes the queen will go to the wrong direction. So that's why I use the siege barrier to open up the walls. In this way, there's no way that we will miss the queen giant arrow. And now, see that air defense. Let's overgrow the air defense on the top side to keep the Dragon Duke healthy. And after that, we still got the vulnerability and the minion prince ability. Maybe we can use the minion prince toggle ability after the overgrowth spell expires. And now let's use a totem spell to protect the Dragon Duke from the queen. And then the overgrowth spell expires. That's why I pop the minion prince ability to freeze the defense tower, and use the rocketloons on the air defense. The Dragon Duke is dead. Let's refight the Dragon Duke again. Most of the base is gone. And see, we still got the Warden Eternal Tone intact. Let's walk the Warden Eternal Tone, and we still have 1 minion 20 seconds left. Is the triple for sure. Some people didn't like this strategy because they think the giant arrow and the rocket backpack, they are too risky. If you didn't get the value you want, if you miss your giant arrow, then you might kinda fail. Is this really the case? Let's find out. Since that they are good giant arrow and rocket backpack value from 3 o'clock to 9 o'clock, we can get this double spell tower, the scatter shot, double air defense, and so many styles on the line. So let's use the giant arrow and the rocket backpack ability from 3 o'clock to 9 o'clock. But as you can see, we just missed the giant arrow, so we only get 2 air defense, and other key defenses and even the both spell towers still alive. That's a very terrible giant arrow trick. Can we even survive from this? So let's freeze the multi-inferno. We want to leave the Warden Eternal Tone onto the race tower area, so that's why we need to use the spells very early. Freeze on the multi-inferno, that's because you can't distract the multi-inferno with the totem spell. For other defenses, you can distract with the totem spell except the multi-inferno tower, so that's why I freeze on them. And I just pop the Warden ability because there is a Giga Bomb. You pop the Warden ability to absorb the damage from the Giga Bomb, and while the race tower activated, you use the Warden Eternal Tone to protect all the Dragon Riders from that race tower area, and then overgrow at the backing after the Eternal Tone expire. So now only one long shot is targeting our troops, and yeah, one long shot is not enough to take down all of our troops. After the overgrow, just drop some rocketloons onto that defense area. Most of the base are gone. We are still able to get the 3-star, and look at the timer. we still got 1 minion, 20-second step, even a failed giant arrow and rocket backpack trade. We're still able to get a triple with plenty of time. Sometimes you don't have to get crazy value for your giant arrow and the rocket backpack. Just make a small funnel and that's gonna be good enough. So in this base, there is not that much giant arrow value. Maybe the greatest value would be that super booster tower near the rage tower. In this case, you can get maybe like half of the rage area, but maybe that's not necessary. So instead of using the giant arrow just for the value, let's use it for the funnel. That's why I dropped the giant arrow and the rocket backpack on that clan castle area. In this way, we make a good funnel for the dragon riders. So now all the dragon riders will path into that race tower area. We can use the wooden eternal tome to deal with the first rage tower area. And for the second rage tower area at the left hand side, and I think the queen and the siege barrier, the P.E.K.K.A.s, will trigger that rage tower and we can overgrow after that. And then we just use the skeleton spell and revive the dragon duke so they can easily deal with that monolith area. And after that, the queen died early and nobody triggered the rage tower. I think that's okay. As long as the minion prince get the stronghold, and he will go back to the rage tower area, pop the dark order ability to store everything down, and once the rage tower get activated, overgrow half of the rage tower base area, and most of the base are gone. Those Dragon Rider Army can clear those known defense first, and after the overgrow expire, they go back to the defense, and we can easily get a triple for sure. So even you didn't get great value with a giant arrow, that's okay, as long as you get a great dragon rider pathing, it's gonna be a triple, and see, we still have plenty of chance to have 1 minion 20-second step. Okay, look at that monolith and the clan castle. They are on the same line. That means we can use the giant arrow and the rocket backpack on them just to make a good funnel for the dragon riders. After we clear those two buildings, then we can send the dragon riders on one side and maybe the queen siege barrack on another side or something. And look at the lava launcher. It's only level 5 on the hit point. That means we don't need to use the earthquake on the lava launcher. The queen giant arrow with the rocket backpack are enough to take all of them down. So that's why we didn't use any earthquake spell on the lava launcher. And notice that this time I used the dragon duke on the opposite side of the queen. I didn't let the duke follow the queen. That's because in this way, the dragon duke go to the opposite side and can easily deal with the enemy long shot. It's very important by taking out the long shot early. Now our main dragon rider army don't have to worry about that. And that's overgrow on the rage tower area since the rage tower got activated, but we still leave that scatter shots because the queen is targeting on that, and we can take one more building as well. And let's pop the eternal tome on that multi-inferno tower area and also use the minion prince ability to slow them down. You slow those freezes on that multi-inferno tower is pretty annoying. And after that, also use some rocketloons to snipe out the air defense. Now most of the bases are gone. We still had 1 minute and 44 seconds, and it's a triple for sure. Okay, so in this space, you can either use the giant arrow and the rocket backpack target the monolith and the clan castle deeper in the base, or you just use the giant arrow target the defense tower on the outside of the base. And yeah, taking the clan castle and the monolith gives you a better value. But here I choose to get the defense tower. That's because you also need a good pathing for your main Dragon Rider pathing by taking out that defense tower. So now we can path the Dragon Rider onto the left hand side, and those Dragon Rider will not split into different direction. If you didn't get that defense tower, some of the Dragon Rider's army might go to the right hand side and they got split. And if they got split, that means the Water Internal Tone are gonna protect less Dragon Riders, and that also means the Dragon Rider's army will die quickly. So that's why instead of choosing a good value, I choose a good pathing. And so now here, the Dragon Riders, they are all still stay alive with pretty good health. And we also overgrow the right hand side sweeper to support the Dragon Rider army, and also the right hand side multi-inferno tower to support our queen. And let's use the internal tone to protect the Dragon Riders from the town hall area, and use the minion principality on rest of the base. The rocketloons going for that multi-inferno on the right hand side. Most of the defense are gone. We still have one revive spell left, but all of our heroes alive. That means we don't need to use a revive spell. Maybe we just whack it, maybe strike on the queen, and we can easily get a triple with still 1 minute and 20 seconds left. Today we are doing all of our A legend attack within 1 minute and 50 seconds, so there's no way for you to get a time fail with its army. So now let's move on to another base and see how to get it done. Okay, so in this base, you can use the giant arrow and the rocket backpack on both the reef and tower and the clan castle. They are on the same line. And by taking out those two defense and use the queen siege barrel to get the funnel at the bottom side area, now you just clear a great funnel for your Dragon Rider. You can use your Dragon Rider on one of the rage tower area, and use your Dragon Duke on another rage area to trigger another rage tower. So now let's see where the Dragon Duke is pathing. Since that he is pathing onto the left hand side, so that's why we use the Dragon Rider on the right hand side. In this way, we can still remain that Dragon Duke rampage effect. And for the Rage Tower on the right hand side, we can use the Wooden Eternal Tome to protect all the Dragon Rider's army. And for the Rage Tower on the left hand side, use the Dragon Duke to trigger the Rage Tower. After the Dragon Duke is dead, revive the Dragon Duke again to get another head of the Rage Tower. After that, there is still a town hall compartment left, and I use the overgrowth spell on the good damage defense, which is the multi-inferno tower and the super wizard tower. So then I can use the skeleton spell to destroy all the single target defense, I mean the hero, the monolith, the long shot. By overgrowing those good damage defense, then you can use the skeleton spell on all those single damage defense, and of course it's a triple for sure. In this base, you can giant arrow from 3 o'clock to 9 o'clock. See that double multi-inferno, double fast bridger, and rage tower in the core. If you got your giant arrow correctly, you can get all of it. But if you don't want to take the risk for missing your giant arrow and getting nothing, you can still use a giant arrow from 12 to 6 o'clock. Maybe we can just earthquake on the monolith and the clan castle, and use the Dragon Duke and Queen ability to get all of it. So now the pathing for the Dragon Rider is set. Let's deploy them on the right hand side. That's because the Dragon Duke is on the left hand side, and we want the Dragon Duke to keep the damage effect. So that's why we path the Dragon Rider onto the right hand side. And we also trigger out the Rage Tower early with the Dragon Duke and Queen Giant Arrow. That's the good news. When the Dragon Duke army pathing into the core area, I mean those double inferno, multi-inferno tower, we should use the warden ability to protect them, because the totem cannot protect your troops from the multi-inferno tower. And then overgrow only on the defense tower. My thought is that you should overgrow on the defense tower, so we can deal with other stuff very easily. The other stuff such as the long shots and the hero get poisoned, and those defense, they didn't do high damage, so we just deal with all of them. And now there's only one defense tower left, and all of the troops can deal with one single defense tower very easily. So that's why we can keep all of the troops alive and get the triple very easy. In this base, you can join arrow from 3 o'clock to 9 o'clock. In this case, you got the clan castle, the Marlev, and maybe the multi-inferno on the way. And if you want to get more value and maybe take some risk, you can also use the giant arrow from 12 o'clock to 6 o'clock. In this way, you can get maybe the both race tower area and the multi-inferno tower. That gives you more value but more risky. So let's try this. The dragon did get both inferno tower, but we missed one race tower. That's okay, because we just send the dragon to another race tower area, so no matter what, the race tower area should be triggered, so we don't have to worry about that. Let's drop the totem on the long shot to support for the main Dragon Rider Army, and maybe a totem on the defense tower as well to protect the Dragon Rider more. And now the dragon dude is gonna die, but we still have a revive spell, that's okay. And when the main Dragon Rider Army is tapping into that multi-inferno tower area, let's use the Warden Inferno Tome to protect the Dragon Rider from the multi-inferno tower. And then overgrow after we use thing out of the Warden Inferno Tome, so we didn't get hit by the Marlev and the multi-inferno tower. Use some rocketloons for the multi-gear cannon is pretty scary. And after that, most of the base are gone. And after the overgrow spell is fired, you can easily get the triple. So this is all the content today. We just successfully get another 320. And hoping that tomorrow we can get one more perfect day and keep holding our winning streak.